People often ask me how I made money in the stock market. They expect a secret, a formula, a clever trick. What they do not expect is the truth. The truth is, before I learned how to win, I learned how to lose. Not once, not accidentally, but repeatedly. I did not enter the market as a professional. I entered it as an amateur with confidence and without understanding. And the market welcomed me. It gave me profits, just enough to make me believe I knew what I was doing. That belief was my first mistake. If you are listening to this and you are trading today, confident, hopeful, uncertain, then you are exactly where I once stood. This is not a success story. This is the story of how ignorance is created in the market, how it is rewarded, and how it is finally destroyed. My name is Nicholas Darvas, and this is where my education truly began. I did not grow up on Wall Street. I did not study finance. I did not work in a bank or a brokerage firm. I was a professional dancer. I earned my living on stages, in nightclubs and theaters, traveling across countries, living out of suitcases. My income came from movement, from performance, from applause. The stock market was something distant, abstract, almost elegant in theory. I believed it was a place where intelligence was rewarded. That assumption was incomplete. Someone spoke to me about stocks. They said money could work even while you were sleeping. That idea fascinated me. I did not ask how. I did not ask why. I only asked where to begin. And so I began the way most beginners do. With a tip. I bought a stock because someone told me it would rise. I did not know the company. I did not understand the industry. I did not calculate risk. I simply bought. And the stock went up. I sold it for a profit. That single trade did more damage to my future than any loss ever could. Because in that moment, I learned the wrong lesson. The most dangerous event for a new trader is not failure. It is early success. That success creates confidence. Confidence creates repetition. Repetition without understanding creates disaster. I believed I had talent. I believed I had intuition. I believed I understood the market. None of that was true. I was only lucky. After my first success, I wanted more trades, more profits, more excitement. I listened to friends. I listened to acquaintances. I listened to people who sounded certain. Sometimes I won. Sometimes I lost. But I never knew why. And because I never knew why, I could never improve. I started reading newspapers, market reports, financial columns, expert opinions. Each article explained why the market had moved yesterday. None explained what it would do tomorrow. One expert said, buy. Another said, sell. Both sounded intelligent. Both were often wrong. The danger of tips is not that they are always incorrect. The danger is that they remove responsibility. A tip tells you when to enter. It never tells you when to exit. It gives you hope, but no control. And without control, you are not trading. You are gambling. One day I examined my account carefully. There was profit, but there was also fear. Because I realized something disturbing. If I placed another trade, I could lose everything. That fear revealed the truth. I did not control my trading. The market controlled me. I asked myself one simple question. If I am making money, why can I not explain how? I had no answer, and in that silence, my education began. Luck and skill feel identical at the beginning. Both produce profits. Both create confidence. The difference appears later. Skill can be repeated. Luck cannot. My results were not repeatable. I decided I would either understand the market or leave it completely. I studied economics. I read balance sheets. I analyzed companies. But the market moved before explanations arrived. Prices changed before logic was provided. That meant one thing. The truth was not in opinions. I began studying price, not news, not forecasts, not stories, only price. I looked at charts, and for the first time, the market spoke clearly. Price showed me where demand existed. Price showed me where fear appeared. Price showed me what people were actually doing, not what they were saying. The market does not communicate with words. It communicates with behavior, and behavior is visible in price. That realization changed everything. Let me be precise. My mistakes were simple. I trusted tips. I traded without rules. I confused luck with intelligence. I ignored risk. Most importantly, I had no system. Without a system, there is no consistency. Without consistency, there is no survival. If you are trading today and you rely on tips, feel confident after wins, and confused after losses, you are exactly where I was, and the market will teach you the same lesson, not gently. The market is not emotional, it is exact. It rewards discipline, it punishes randomness, it collects tuition before it gives knowledge. In the next video, I will explain why I stopped listening to experts and why that decision changed my entire approach. Remember this: the market gives beginners money to keep them interested. Then it takes money from them to force them to learn. I am Nicholas Darvas, and this was only the beginning.